What's up, guys? Back with another video. Just wanted to kind of go over something that inevitably with this type of hobby, this type of fish, that some of you guys are going to go through. More than likely it's going to happen to you at least once. Kind of wasting disease, internal parasite with discus fish. It can be avoided. All my fish that I have in this tank are all healthy right now, besides one of the turquoise that I have that's clearly thinned out, showing all the signs. He's darkened up. He's typically a darker fish anyway, but the blue turquoise should be more lighter, as this one is here. Purchased around the same time. You can see that fish is very healthy. It's very obvious. He's very thick, and pretty much the companion to that fish, same age, was around the same size, has dropped off, very thin, darkened complexion, and the face is kind of like a whitish color, which I haven't actually seen with typically having a internal parasite, but nonetheless, I went back and forth with kind of strategizing what I wanted to do with him. I've had this problem in the past, actually, with this pigeon blood that I have here. I bought, two of these guys at the same time. He's about the size of the other guy here. They're probably 5.5, 6 inches. They're bigger fish for sure. And this pigeon blood that I treated in another video, I was talking about doing that, setting up the quarantine tank. So that fish did not make it as well. So I want to change some stuff up this time and try to reapproach how I'm going to do this. So stay tuned. So on a previous video, I was using API, the General Cure, which is anti-parasite, which I think that this fish definitely has a parasite going on. I think anybody could agree with that. What I did was, the last video, I took the pigeon blood out of the tank, relocated him down to quarantine tank that was already well established. Water parameters were pretty much identical. Tested the water out and made sure everything was good to go. Started treating him with the API General Cure, and I was putting it in the food. I was also putting it in the water column. I'm gonna switch some things up this time. I noticed that when I took him out of the tank, the other fish, he pretty much languished down there in the quarantine tank. He was not doing well, was pretty much unresponsive, and he pretty much stopped eating, and that was his demise at that point. So I am going to try a new strategy with how I'm going to treat the fish. I'm going to get away from trying to treat the food in the beef heart. I have some pellets that he seems to like and he eats. In fact, he's eating those pretty much more often than the beef heart. He doesn't even really touch the beef heart now. So I'm going to treat him in that tank downstairs. I'm going to leave him there in the quarantine until he's showing some progress and putting weight on and things like that, if he makes it. But I know it's a stretch. He does not look good, but I'm going to take a shot and try to save him. So made some changes just to give you a quick update. The old 60s down here, this is where initially I had the quarantine tank. I did move some things around. This is just kind of sitting there, so let me know if you think it's worth doing something down here. I was thinking about doing an African cichlid tank in the future, but still hanging on this tank. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with it, but we'll see. So downstairs I got the quarantine tank. Still, it's the same setup. I did add some substrate to it. I just couldn't stand the look of it, with the bare bottom. It kind of looked kind of junky, and still have the double sponge filter, that Chinese filter that I've been running. Have zero problems with that. Shout out to Aquarium Co-op. Did pick up their sponge filter that they have on their website. I just wanted to support them. Definitely an awesome, simple sponge filter. It's got the weight on it. So that's the only change that I've really done, just a substrate, and added the second sponge filter. So tonight I just cranked up the Aqueon heater to 86 degrees. and hopefully it's ready. This tank's been pretty much up and running probably for the past 6 weeks. So with the quarantine set up, tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and toss him into the quarantine tank. Hopefully we have a different, outcome with this guy here. My biggest thing was last time I pulled that fish out, and after he sat in the tank and kind of languished a little bit more and got more and more thinner, I sort of felt bad for him. I pulled him back into the main tank. This time I'm going to go ahead and leave him in the quarantine tank until he's shown some progress and putting some more weight on, and hopefully this works, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted step by step on that. Stay tuned.